Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump in the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some cool emotes. In addition to that, we have some open slots available. We are starting a brand new campaign for Tuesday early. It's either going to be starting at noon or 1 p.m. EST. We have one more available slot in that game. I don't know the starting level, probably lower. I don't know the starting world. Any of them will do. It's up to the players how we start, and then I build the entire custom campaign around all of them. In addition to that, we have an open slot available in the Tuesday evening group as well. They are the opposite part of this group, where they are both trying to help out the Tal'Dorei Republic in fighting against the Zemnian tyranny that is happening, but whereas the other group is deep in the heart of the Empire right now, about to encounter, hopefully, the last of these legendary trees of life on the plains that have been corrupted. This group is out hunting the number one Volstrucker, the greatest asset to Trent Ikathon. And, in addition to that, this game also has an open slot, so... Oh, wait. Yes, one more open slot available. No, only one. We already found one player. So, I believe that is going to be all of my shameless self-promoting. Why don't we start with that recap, Torsha?
Last session, we decided to dive further into this forbidden/forgotten prison beneath New Haxon, going to the other side to see that it seemed to be some kind of interrogation center before heading deeper into, well, where hopefully the wardens and the loot is. As we made our way forward, we came across two paths, and we decided to head down the one on the right. And as we got to a door, we unlocked it, only for traps to trigger and the ceiling starting to fall. Panic ensued as we started rushing down the stairs, hopefully trying to find a safe place, only to find pedestals with iconography that needed to be placed on it correctly. Yanni, being the first one to find it, started putting items where she believed they needed to go based off the riddle. Miriam was able to decipher that these were arcane sigils to depict different aspects of, well, runic rituals. Cutting it a bit close, we were able to get everything on the pedestals correctly, and the bubble at the bottom finally fell. Inside of that area was the warden's office, which, after some investigations and sleight of hand checks, we were able to find not only a ledger needed to find the items, but also a portable hole that had some wonderful items inside of it. In addition, we found a bookcase that had some kind of magic on it to only allow authorized users to access it, and what we can only presume is a lot of spell books on the other side. We spent the better part of about an hour trying to figure out how to get into that bookshelf before deciding, you know what, we're just going to stick it in the portable hole, and we'll deal with it later. Cue timing everything correctly and some stone shapes, and that bookcase fell into the portable hole where it slid to the back of the wall, taking up, I think, about a sixth of the portable hole. Before we also took the fine desk, because that was a nice trap desk that had little protections to keep things safe. Afterwards, we found the button to turn off the anti-teleportation magic, and we teleported back to the inn, where we decided to start finalizing what methodology we're going to do to get the dragon, where the methodology we chose was the burial spear and all the cocaine. Hopefully this will get us enough time with the dragon to explain to them that we kind of want to get rid of the Volshruck in this land and let them be in full power, but we also need to have rights to go on an expedition to make this seem official, so that Volstrucker just disappeared in the wastes. People die. That's how it happens. We also need to find a map to better correlate where this fountain of arcane magic use stuff is.
All right.
And there is a nice tag on the portable hole and the bag of holding saying "Do not mix."
Alrighty. Well then, everybody, you had left the sunken temple, did your sending, and well, you're beaten, battered, and bruised. Then you have to wait at least until the morning to, well, go out and have your conversation, hopefully, with Satyana.
It's late enough at night that we can get a long rest, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, wait, who's beaten and bruised? I mean, Jethro's feeling okay.
Oh, you're feeling okay? Can you go find us a map of the coast?
I mean, if you insist, it might be hard here, but I'll take a look.
Yanni will have to go with you. The city is wider than 1 mile.
It's a 5 mile limit.
Oh. Yeah, you should be fine so long as you don't get too far away. So, I need you to roll me an investigation, please.
Too late to say I was assisting.
Yeah, a little bit. Alrighty. Wandering through the streets, you find a handful of different vendors that are trying to sell maps. None of these seem to be uniformed maps of the landscape out here in the Blight Shore. It seems to be maps created by people while they were out there, or possibly even just straight up lies. However, you do start noticing certain aspects that seem consistent across a few of the different maps that they show you. And you end up having to backtrack to one person that you think is probably the one selling the most reasonable map of the landscape out here. It's not incredibly well detailed, but there are landmarks that you should be able to look upon and figure out what it is you're trying to look for and get to.
You're muted if you're trying to say anything, Jester.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. I'll,
Riveting.
riveting. Sorry, for a second I spaced out for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah,
It happens all the time.
Wait. Restart the engine. Last thing you said. I'm sorry.
You found a map. 50 gold.
50 gold. I will pay for this map. That's almost half my money, but that's fine.
Jesus Christ.
Let up and take my money.
What's my number one pet peeve?
Actually, I want to try a. I think I have diplomacy. Yeah, persuasion. Can I try to haggle a little bit to get a slightly lower price than 50?
Sure.
That's...
Oh.
All right. 40.
Haha! I saved 10 gold.
Takes him 20 to make it.
All right, I get this map and I take it back.
Alrighty.
With Jethro coming back with the map, can I compare the copied version, not the original? I'm keeping that roll up unless we absolutely have to unroll it, just due to how fragile it is, to this map to try and find correlating landmarks.
You would be able to spend a dedicated amount of time trying to do that, but that is going to be something that'll take you multiple hours to achieve.
So it would come at the cost of a long rest for now.
Well, do you want a long rest, or do you want to do that.
I'd rather do this now so we know where we're going.
Okay, then. Then go ahead and roll cartographers utilizing intelligence.
Well, what are you up to, Tulsa?
Trying to figure out where exactly on the shore we need to go.
Right, good idea. Do you need any help?
Sure.
I mean, I'm no expert with that kind of map, but
Well, no, but as a navigator on the seas, there's a similar correlation. Not 1-to-1, but
right, yeah.
I'll also guidance myself.
Congratulations, Yanni. You landed on your feet.
And then a D4. We love
We
22.
love 22.
You're not a worshiper though, but we do love 22.
So can 22 be the official sponsor of the Sunday group?
I mean,
I mean, the
You'd have to
Friday-
ask Wyatt. That would be his decision.
the Friday group, Joey could tell you this. There were so many 22s rolled in the last like 3 sessions of the Friday group. Like,
And-
I'm joking when I say 1/3 of the rolls were 22.
It was pretty ridiculous. And also, I forgot to mention that we are still trying to gather up all of those donations on stream, $40 before break, and put on the bunny onesie. But
The
anyways, yes. So
I'm gonna
The-
save it till we fight eyes. Make you fight us in a bunny suit.
the two of you stay awake for another couple of hours, past when everybody else passes out, and you are trying to find... The cartographers are different, obviously. And the way that it's illustrated on your map is from somebody who had more time to write down what it is they're trying to do, more time dedicated to it, probably knowledge of the position they were in and the way that they were heading. Whereas the other map that Jethro was able to buy, well, unfortunately, that's as good of a map as you're going to be getting because people are usually running for their fucking lives, not sitting down going, let me illustrate this landscape perfectly. So it does take you a couple of hours before you start finding a few landscapes that attach to one another. Let me get those for you. Okay. So there is a shimmering grove somewhere in Incanter's Rest. The old map that you have labels it as the Ether Glow Nexus. Oop, there you go. There is a towering library that has fallen, that the original map has labeled as Arcane Archives. There is a cascading waterfall floating in the middle of the landscape. That is referred to as the Crystal Cascades. And the last landscape that would point out exactly where you need to go on the map, this pool that you were looking for is found somewhere near something labeled as Mystic Spire, but that is not labeled on the map Jethro had purchased. And there's nothing that seems to correlate to it.
In relations to the other ones, is that to the north, east, south? Like what rough cardinal direction?
Further northeast, closer to the Penumbra Range itself.
Closer to the range. Okay, so it seems like the route we need to go then is the Nexus, the Arcane Archives, the Crystal Cascades, and then that spire.
Mystic Spire, yep.
Okay.
All right. Then, the two of you, after staying up for, well, a couple of hours later than everybody else, decide to tuck it in. And early in the morning, you hear knocking and pounding on the door. Tosha and Bernie, you do not finish your long rest.
I'm going to quickly get up and say, I need a couple more hours and go back to sleep.
Pounding continues.
What the hell?
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
You open the door, Miriam.
Yes.
You recognize the tiefling. Hello. Pleasure. So I was able to get you an early morning audience with Vorvexus.
Okay.
Wonderful.
And he picks up a flask and just starts drinking from it already, clearly hungover.
Oh, Jethro, did you want a tune from it?
Jethro.
So I was trying to make a snoring noise. I don't think my mic picked it up.
Oh, it
Jethro's
did.
still asleep.
Well, you didn't stay up 2 hours later. You're fine. Everyone else was
yeah.
long rested. It's just those two who stayed up to do the cartographing.
Oh yeah, no, but Jethro's sleeping in. It happens.
Holy shit, a military man sleeping in? Terrifying.
Hey, when he has a chance to.
Fair enough.
Philip, do you have greater restoration?
No, but I have Creator Destroy Water.
I was going to offer you some residuum to fix you and Bernie.
Oh. Yeah, I can, but that's both my fifth.
Yanni, you're still jumping.
Jethro, wake up.
Oh no.
What's going on? Jethro's like ready for an attack.
Did you want a tune from the spear?
Oh, this one holds in his hand. That's because like when he got ready to fight and stuff, he was like the spear appeared in his hand.
On a tune from it, we have a meeting.
Early morning, and it's best not to keep her waiting. Come on.
God damn it.
All right.
You all look like you seen some shit last night. Hair of the dog? Or sorry, hair of the dog? Anybody?
Something like that.
I'll just take it and just down the whole thing.
You bitch.
And then I hand him 5 platinum.
Oh, very well, I'll top it off downstairs. Oh, do.
So, Tulsha, since you're the one doing the talking, I'm going to hand you 100 gold worth of residuum. Just in case you want to do that.
I didn't get exhaustion from... Yeah, I just didn't get a long rest, right?
Exhaustion is dictated by a con save, so the two of you can make your con saves.
Okay, I thought they got
Really?
But yeah, exhaustion if you're not actively doing things while you're pushing through, because you're sitting in the bed, you're writing and shit. Like, that's not that bad. 13, you're both fine on the exhaustion, but you didn't replenish any of your missing spell slots or abilities or anything.
Okay.
You don't complete a long rest, but you're not exhausted. But every couple of hours, it's gonna get harder and harder to not be.
All right. But it does count as a short rest, I hope.
Oh, short rest, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just didn't get a full sleep. I'll be fine. It's not the first time.
Yeah, I mean, sure. It's just, yeah. I'm definitely going to need some proper rest before we head out.
Yeah.
To the expedition, I mean.
Oh, yeah, because today's the meeting. We leave tomorrow. At least that was the initial plan.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
And wait, just to go over the plan again, so there's no confusion. we're going there to, give our appreciation to this dragon as well as strike a deal, right?
Yes, we're going to go there to strike a deal, explain that we want an expedition to head out there for her to sponsor it, and that we have a possible mutual beneficial arrangement that could be arranged as well.
Also, don't mention that we know they're a dragon.
Yeah, don't mention that. Just
I didn't realize that was such a secret.
There's a reason the bubble is still up for another hour.
yeah.
Right.
Although Dragon's Guile might give that away, but it also could be because, adventurers. It's 50-50, really.
Right.
Just be
Who's
prepared
using the
to-
sword, by the way?
I have it.
All right.
I mean, I would also be ready just in case they find offense to it to offer the sword itself as a tribute as well, just in case.
I'm fine with that. Okay.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Chad comes back upstairs, and this time he has a crate with him and starts throwing out these paper-covered, greasy logs at each of you. Alrighty, come on, we can't keep on waiting. Come on. And when you unravel it, it's just a giant fucking leg of some type of animal.
I don't care. I'm eating it.
It's some type of animal, not cooked at all.
So these are
just-
No, it's
Rothhausian
cooked.
breakfast burritos.
No, it's they don't have anything that fancy out here. It's literally there was an animal that had legs, and they cooked the legs, and now you can eat them.
Before I eat it, I would like to try to determine what kind of animal this is.
Sure,
Satyr.
nature check.
No.
It's
Long dwarf.
satyr.
Oh, jeez. Where's Patrick?
17.
Where's Patrick?
Hey, there would be no fat on these legs if it was patchy. That is pure fucking muscle. But
Also, when
it looks to be some type of fowl, some type of bird, but pretty sizable. I mean, you've seen turkey legs that get pretty big. These are bigger than that.
I've also seen rocks. Are they
It's
like
not
some-
rock size. No.
Oh.
It's definitely fowl, not monstrosity. Rocks
Gotcha.
are bird, but they're not animals.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
We got food. We got breakfast to go. We have a meeting. Let's be on our way.
Yep.
And there's a line of shots right here, and he has a small tray with shots as everybody's walking out.
Take a shot.
Courage.
Has
It's a bit-
Yanni landed yet?
What? Yeah, sure. What have you been doing this whole time? Are you just jumping on your bed?
She jumped, and you said she didn't come back down when it happened.
No, I said congrats, you jumped. Like,
Oh. No, that was the first. Oh well, natural 20. I don't know what I landed on.
you jumped. Good job.
There we go. Our feet.
So everybody walks out, and you're welcome to take a shot with you if you would like. He assumes all of you are hungover.
What kind of alcohol is this?
The cheap shit.
You
Bottoms
should-
up.
Bit early.
She gave you 55 platinum, and you couldn't get something better than. All right.
I got you all food.
I also drank all of his liquor, so it's also for that.
Right. Well,
Oh,
anyways,
yeah, I filled up my flask with good shit.
Anyways, eat. Come on, we have a meeting, and Jethro's just gonna go around and keep casting prestidigitation to help clean people up.
I was gonna wait till we finished eating to get the grease off our faces.
Mm. But yeah, the turkey legs are pretty good. Or sorry, the fowl legs are pretty good. Greasy as shit, a little stringy, but like it's well cooked. Maybe a little too overcooked, but that's better given the environment than not.
Bernie looks at Miriam and just, you don't have to use magic for everything. I mean, there are napkins you can use while eating to, pat away.
That's a
the
waste.
grease.
Paper.
It
That's
also
a-
gets rid of the smell.
I mean, it's Right, yeah, fair enough.
I mean, you don't want to walk into an orphanage smelling like you just had a nice hearty breakfast.
I mean, what if this particular dragon enjoys
You
that
smell like
smell?
French toast.
But the funny thing is, at this
Breakfast.
party, I'm pretty sure when they were in Zarseth Kittrell, they did that.
Huh.
Why do you think I brought that up?
Right. Well, I suppose let's get going on.
So,
Any last preparations you can all think of about how to, if there are any spells you can think of that would be handy as you, I don't know.
I mean, I just cast this and gave you a little bit of eyeshadow to kind of bring out your eyes. Holds up the mirror and shows like the normal Bernie face. You have a little bit of eyeshadow now to, like it was a character creator thing.
No. I'm not using makeup like a harlot.
Yes,
the harlots in the street all just turn and look at you as you're walking past.
What?
Be sure to
It's
say
just
that in
an
front of your
observation.
fiance next time. I'm sure
World's
he'll enjoy
oldest
that.
profession, bitch. And just keep going about.
I would say hunters are probably a bit older profession, but
No, it's older than hunters.
Tulsha, you might want to watch your brother. One of these days, one of these harlots might try to kill him. All of them
I
might
don't
try to
have
kill him
anything
at
against
once, actually.
harlots.
Just
Just-
makeup.
I just don't want to look like one.
22.
Bernie.
God damn it.
I'm gonna conscript Lily to give me something to give me that spray bottle.
I mean, I could just create destroy water and it's just gallons on his head.
Why are you all being so defensive about
I just imagine
this
like
particular thing?
I just imagine a screen transition after Miriam says that into Lily. She's designing some sort of artillery that shoots water, not to damage anything, just to like spray. And it's like, and it activates whenever Bernie says something. Worth
How to fight fires from a distance.
Actually, honestly, that's probably what it really
Hey,
be used for.
You
They
can't
just-
you can't be a lawful neutral paladin without having some conservative views, okay?
Hey, yeah,
That
totally.
would be so smart. Super soakers that have permanent create water on them.
Oh, wow. That would be
Lily
so...
could do that.
But, as you were saying all this, Chadster comes up to you and puts his arm over your shoulder, Bernie. You're right. I could destroy a couple of harlots myself.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't recommend destroying them. You might not get any
Yeah, I'm
return
keeping them
business,
on
as
the
it
belt.
were.
Dear Lord.
This man, he knows. Oh,
No.
sorry, we're in public.
Can I
Yes, he
insight Bernie to
knows.
see
He
if he
knows.
actually is this naive.
You can believe what you want unless PvP is allowed by him.
That's why I'm asking.
I mean, yeah.
24.
Well, I mean, Bernie definitely knows what a prostitute is, and he's well aware of innuendos. He just likes to pretend that he's not that into that kind of thing, sort of. That he's not as well versed in it.
Okay.
Yeah, just has that slight sense of being. I'm not going to delve into those kind of things.
Wait, so just real quick question, since you kind of brought it up. So does your fiance not wear makeup then?
No,
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm basing this off of like historical medieval stuff.
Well, I guess the better question
Most
is,
people didn't use makeup because it wasn't widely available to everyone.
one of the other questions that I'm not going to ask, does Bernie notice his fiance wears makeup? If she does.
That's a good question, because foundation really just,
I mean,
You can do wild things with makeup.
Yeah.
he's
Women-
not proficient in disguise kits. I'll say that much.
Women are shapeshifters. It's terrifying.
Canon, they all get proficiency with disguise kits for makeup.
Only harlots.
I'll agree to that. I'll agree to that.
Anyways, as you're walking through the streets, so I should probably let you all be aware of a couple of things since we're going to be speaking to the dragon. The individual who is sponsoring your group, he may have happened to have fallen into massive debt last night while gambling, and, well, as payback to yours truly, has given you this note. And he hands it over to you, Tolsha, that you can hand over to Satyana herself. That at least will get you into the offerings chamber, where you will have to describe what it is you are offering in as much glorious detail as you can, and, well, she will decide if that is suitable enough, or if she's going to burn you all down where you stand.
Wait, aren't the copper ones the acidy ones? Or am I thinking the poison?
Is there a difference between burning?
Yes. Is it public knowledge she's a dragon?
Are you asking God or the tiefling?
The tiefling. Like, whisper talking it.
The public isn't... Yeah, where the fuck's the chicken at?
He was just walking by.
Yeah. Let me just make sure I didn't fuck that up. I thought she had...
Refrigerator? That sounds like something like Lily would make or something.
Oh yeah, they have acid breath. Well, you'll still die regardless. But... not a problem. But the public is unaware of what specifically she is. Just those in the know, and my job is to know, so I figured you all would know as well. You know?
Yeah.
We know.
Good.
Well, it's a good thing we have a few things, including one that is of quite significant historical significance, with a nice story behind it that Tulsha remembers from legend lore.
Good. Well, that should be able to, well, I hope it's enough for you, but this is the most I can honestly do for you. When you get into her chambers, you're going to have to check in with her garrison keeper. The garrison keeper will then lead you over to the waiting stance, and once you're at the waiting stance, the garrison guards will open the doors for you when it is suitable. And then you'll be able to go into her private chambers and speak with her. Make sure you use all manners of honorifics when you are speaking to her. Stroke the ego, if you will.
And just to reiterate again, what is the preferred title we should address her by?
Oh, Lord Commander.
Was it Lord Commander? Okay.
Yes. Or my lady, she likes, so I hear. Your Highness. Any honorific, really. Anything to stroke her ego.
Right, okay, yeah, fair enough.
And,
Okay.
yes? And you make your way over towards the primary garrison area where, as you are walking through, you see that there are quite a few more Zemnian soldiers wandering around this quarter in particular. But luckily, all of you have your hoods you get to hide better with as you are walking through the streets. Some individuals do stop and look over at you, but it seems like they're just, well, passing glances, not really taking too much note of any of you. And you get over to the stately building. Once you wander up to it, she opens it up, and you all can peer inside at this very grand, beautiful-looking chamber. The walls are adorned with intricate copper filigree, and they seem to tell tales of valor and There's luminescent, patina-hued crystals that cast an ambient glow upon the mosaic-like floor. You see that there is many different shelves with recent books and tomes and scrolls that seem to be getting worked upon by the garrison guard, as many of the record keepers are kept here as well. But as you are walking into the primary chambers, you're able to take a moment to look around at everything. And where are the PC sheets? There they are. And after you take that moment to look around, you listen to Chad as he, well, I got you all your meeting. Best of luck to you. Goodbye. Let me bring you all over to the map.
All right then.
Music change.
And I'll start heading up front towards what looks to be the front desk.
Where the fuck's the music? You are approaching over and you see this human man sitting down at the desk currently working on quite a bit of paperwork right now, who just takes a moment to glance up towards you and keeps writing at the desk. One moment, please.
Of course.
Nope, not that one. Was it this one? As he is writing down, he seems to be scribing with one hand while folding notes and pushing them over to the side with the other. And you even see there's a mage hand that's floating around behind him, gathering different notes and bringing it over to him. A perfectly optimized individual utilizing his magecraft for the scribe work that he seems to be doing. And after you stand there for a few minutes, he places the quill inside of the holster next to a custom inkwell he has as he leans forward and stands to look at all of you. Yes.
I will hand him over the letter. We wish to present offerings in hope for a sponsorship. Also, beautiful inkwell, by the way. Custom work?
He'll take the scroll and break open the seal, unraveling, and start to read it. Rolls the scroll back up and hands it over to his mage hand that floats it over to one of the... Yanni, stop jumping around, dude. They didn't let you in here yet. Get back here. Fuck back over there. Well, you all are granted an audience with her, of course. Be kind and mindful of how you speak to our Lord Commander. She's not known for being a forgiving host to outsiders.
Of course.
There's a waiting area further up ahead. Please, everybody, follow me. And he stands over here and twists his fingers a few times. You recognize he's casting Detect Magic just to peer at all of you to see what you have on yourselves right now.
We're lit up like Christmas trees.
Yep, but no illusions, and that's the important thing. Everybody, follow me, please.
Of course.
This is the part where you click your tokens and follow him. As you pass through... Oh, Jethro moved on top of him. Okay. As you pass through, you see that there's multiple different guards that seem to be patrolling the upper levels of this garrison, as well as more record keepers working. And there's a wide set of incredibly gorgeous golden filigree doors that are in front of you. Or, sorry, copper filigree doors. And the garrison keeper will gesture over at the benches. Please wait there patiently for her to accept you into the chambers.
Thank you very much. And Tulsh will take a seat and wait patiently.
I will do the same, but I'm going to look at Miriam and Tulsha as well, and telepathically say, keep an eye out for, well, eyes. I'm sure the Volstrucker would probably placed it in here somewhere if he's able to.
From walking through this building, do I see any like glyph work on the walls to like protect the area?
Arcana check, please.
Wait, how did we discover
27.
the eye down in
The Lantern of Revealing.
Right, yeah, that was it.
27, Miriam. Yes, there is glyph work that is built into the floor itself as you are walking across it. It seems to be like a resin type substance over top of the floor, and underneath that resin is where they had the glyphs imbued into the mosaic like stone itself. It seems to be protective in many different ways and natures, and seems also to have, well, pretty powerful enchantments placed upon them as well.
This entire building is conscribed with a very intricate set of runic markings protecting it from multiple sources. I think we should be safe.
Yanni, as you are squinting at one of the guards, he will quickly bark at you. Move! Charisma save.
Resilient charisma. Let's go. 17.
You, like, flinch a tiny bit when he does that, but damn, rude.
Did I blink? Did he blink yet?
Yeah, he blinks.
Lose.
Just snarls in your direction.
Are you testing guards for a place again with staring contests?
Yeah. It's the only way to test.
I don't think you've beaten me at one yet either.
Let's go.
Yanni, what's is there anything particularly up today? You seem more effervescent than usual.
That's the word of the day.
I don't know. It just felt jumpy today.
Like a good jumpy or bad jumpy? Jethro says that he's just locking eyes with Yanni, doing the staring contest.
I'm not sure. But I guess we'll find out. I mean, I guess I haven't seen a bit of dragon in real life. I only ever read about him, so that might be why.
As you say that, the record keeper turns their head over towards you.
Yes,
And
this
the
is
waste, of
sure
course.
dragging on.
Deception check, Bernie.
Dragonborn, man. Yeah, Dragonborn.
All right, you're being helped by Yanni.
All right.
Why is
Yeah,
it-
because the garrison guards are dragonborn, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They are guards. Yeah, 16. Actually, let me roll an insight for them. The record keepers are those, so they have a +3.
Do they have a disadvantage because they don't really care?
Oh no, they care. Their job is to care. They are the people guarding her. If anyone cares, it's these people. She just stands up and will wander over towards one of the guards, covering her mouth on the side and whispering something to them. Tolsha, you are the closest one, and Miriam, so you two can roll perception checks.
They're on to us. Kill them all.
That's a natural one.
Miriam,
12.
wow, these glyphs are so badass. Like that's
I need
really good
copies
glyph
down
work.
for my tower. When I
Yeah.
get one.
Can Jethro make a perception disadvantage?
Hell
because he's-
no. You are so far away from a whispered conversation.
Well, no, but he is having a staring contest, but I would say that's in his peripherals that oh, they're whispering something. That's not good.
Well, yes, you saw what I described, but you don't hear them.
Okay.
That was the point of the check. Tolsha, you also don't hear. Surprisingly.
Thank you.
I just
Yanni.
rolled low.
Oh wait, I don't know anything's happening. Never mind.
I'm just waiting patiently. I'm being polite and just waiting.
After the record keeper is done whispering to the guard gives her a nod and
I wish I had subtle spells so I could modify her memory.
No, sweetheart, no. Just
If only you were born into magic.
We had some...
I was.
The garrison keeper comes walking back over to you all after, well, a couple of minutes. Hello, everybody. I've decided to add an amendment to your meeting with the Lord Garrison.
Of course.
All of your weaponry must be relinquished over to our guards for safekeeping.
Thanks, Wyatt.
That sounds incredibly suspicious. Jethro's
Yeah.
not like meeting his gaze because he's still in the staring contest. May we ask why?
No, you may not. And we are not giving you an option in this manner.
May we keep the one that we wish to present as an offering?
Persuasion on that one, Tolsha.
What are you, such an
1
advantage?
present as an offer. You mean Yanni?
Offer this! Just
27.
Yes, that you may be keeping present. However, they will reach down and pull out from their satchel some wraps. You must place it and wrap it fully inside of this before the presentation.
Of course.
Go
She
on.
will take the spear that go over to Jethro and get the spear to wrap and put it in there.
The garrison guards will come over towards you all and, well, they expect your weaponry to be handed over.
Does so without an issue.
Yep, same here.
The garrison keeper will also point out any spell focuses on
Damn
you.
it.
They already cast Detect Magic for illusions.
Well, spell focuses I don't think give off magic until magic's channel proven.
I've been running it this way since your previous campaign.
Oh, okay then.
That's how
It's
some
still-
people have known how to steal them from mages, and they can't get away with it.
And that would be Hurricane then.
Well, while everyone's giving all this shit away, Joey, who's winning this staring contest? Or how do we determine this?
Con saves.
Ooh,
Ooh.
might be able to do it. Nope.
All right, yeah, Jethro, you easily win. But they take your weapons, they take your focuses.
Can I hide like a dagger or even the bow?
Sleight of hand check. Well, the bow, hell no. The dagger, maybe.
Sleight of hand. I was hoping for stealth. Okay, sleight
It's
of
always
hand.
sleight of hand. You're trying to sleight it. It's
21.
Ooh, does that beat the record keeper's passive? Or sorry, the keeper's passive. Passive perception on the. Wow, you just barely succeed on that one, Yanni. Yeah, you still have a dagger.
It doesn't beat my my passive though.
Oh yeah, you notice.
And I'm gonna look at her, Yanni. You're gonna relinquish all your weapons as well. You brought this trouble onto us, so you're going to be in the same boat.
That just doesn't seem smart. She'll pull the dagger out of her boot.
No, and it didn't seem smart for you to immediately reveal that we knew. And to be clear, and I'm saying this telepathically.
Okay.
Ever since our meeting with Uladon, I haven't trusted you, and this being incompetence might well be the case, but it could also be some sort of ploy.
I feel like everyone we've met has known this is a dragon. I didn't let some can of worms out. If this is how they're reacting, then
You continue to saying it out loud.
she's.
and
Oh, I
I'm-
thought you can reply telepathically.
No, you can't.
Oh,
I'm
so
talking
she's
to you
thinking
telepathically.
that, but she's not saying
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm just thinking that then, like.
So, yeah, just don't say anything more unless you absolutely have to, okay?
She nods. Yeah, she'll throw the dagger, I guess.
One of the guards will pick it up and place it into their bags, and you now have one guard who's going to be stationed on the side of all of you directly while you are waiting. Not the door guard. He has to be over here, so this guard will come over and just stand ready and positioned. The record keeper will go back to their chair, and the keeper will go back to their position as well.
One of the main reasons we went with the dragon, I say in my out of character.
What is?
The stupid sword.
The sword only
Gives advantage on
hides-
persuasion.
Does it? I thought it hides your alignment from the dragons.
It
It
does a
helps
lot.
with, yeah, it helps with the dragon-related things, other than slaying it.
Yeah. It's a sword that's meant better to be good with it instead of, like, hit it till it dies.
Yeah, it just like it advantage on like
Well, it doesn't give you anything like bonuses on persuasion or anything.
yeah. It just means they can't discern your alignment or your magicality in addition.
Well, that's probably maybe a good thing that we're not bringing it after all then.
All right. So, about a half hour after all of you are waiting, Bernie and Tolsha, you're kind of like... You're not nodding off, but you can feel that, like, fatigue in the back of your mind beginning to settle in. Just like you could sleep if you just had a moment to lie down. But the doors are opened by the two garrison guards. And the guards will look at you all. You all are welcome into her chambers.
She'll stand up and walk over here to be before walking forward.
Oh, delete that one. Go ahead.
Being
move in there.
respectful walking in, yeah.
Just don't step on her stage.
Oh yeah, no.
As soon as the last of you are in there, they close the very hefty ironclad doors, and you hear this large blocker being placed over the doors as well from the outside.
Well, that isn't suspicious at all. Jethro would kind of like mumble to himself.
So, you all look over, and you see, for the first time, Satyana Vorvexis. The stately commander of this garrison gives off a very strong aura and essence about her. Her resting platform, a harmonious blend of sculpted metal and stone that cradles her majestic form amidst tapestries woven from iridescent threads, reflecting the vibrant hues of her would-be copper scales beneath this facade. Now, when you look at her in this human disguise, her copper skin emits a warm radiance. Eyes the color of aged pennies exude wisdom, and attire woven from moonlit copper threads catches and refracts light, embodying her dragon lineage's timeless allure.
Tolsha will take a knee and say, Lord Commander Satyana, we appreciate you allowing us to meet with you. And we'll start with first bring out the small pouch that has all the cocaine. In a show of appreciation, we bring you what is known as cocaine that has been procured from a realm far beyond our own. And she'll basically kind of explain that allows the haste spell without it being a haste spell, like a physical consumption, in addition to a weapon that was thought lost long ago to time, and placing the wrapped burial spear down. Known as the burial spear, it was recovered from a vault deep within the ruins of Draconia, forged in the what's the layer called?
Furnace.
No,
Oh
no,
no, it was
it's the
the
frozen
snow
one.
one.
It's not on the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Glacis?
No.
No, that's the person.
Terminus?
Figrathos?
Levestus.
Plegathos, yeah.
Forged within Levestus by a legendary...
Levistus is the name
or-
of the
no,
ruler.
no,
Phlegathos.
Forged in Phlegathos as a commission for Levistus
Oh,
themselves.
we were both wrong. It's Stygia.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's.
We
No,
didn't
I
hear you
didn't
say
hear
that.
forged in, forged in Stygia by a legendary blacksmith who sold their soul to Levistus themselves. Initially, it was made as requested to be a commission for a weapon that can even kill gods. Yet the smith was unable to produce such a marvelous weapon. Instead, what he was able to produce is a spear that, when wielded by one with strong enough will kill most foes. Basically, telling the properties of the weapon itself. It was found deep within an arcane vault that has not been opened since the Age of Arcanum.
No.
And she's being 100% truthful.
Yeah. I need you to roll me a performance check. Let's see
Please,
how
session
well you
advantage.
talked up these items.
Yep, session advantage. Come on. 22! Because I can't use guidance because I don't have a focus.
She will, at one point as you're describing the spear, her eyes lock onto the wrapped object and seems to be scrutinizing your every word. And at first it feels aggressive, but you can tell from Mirian it's the same look a professor gives when you're giving a presentation, which, if they're engaged in the content, they should be a little aggressive towards it. So you get a little thumbs up from Mirian, and you tell it very, very well, describing this object. Then, as that is happening, she gives a faint whistle as a mage hand from over attached to this table floats over, picks up the object, and will bring it to her.
She has it held up open on her hands to show that she's not, aggressively grabbing it. Like an offering kind of thing. So it's easy to take over to her.
As it gets to her, she will, without breaking eye contact with you, Tolsha, just spit onto the fabric, and immediately acid just and sears the entire thing away.
And it's the legendary burial spear in all its glory.
I must say, this is a decent offering. You all have warranted the grace of my time. What is it you come here to beg me for?
We come here to seek a blessing from you to not only explore beyond the waste, but to find an area that has been lost to time itself. And she will name the location. Since the jig's up, we can't bullshit her. She's being as truthful as she can.
What location are you naming?
The Arcane Fountain one. She is being 100% truthful because, look, at this point...
If we tried to deceive this woman, we're dead.
Yes, she recognizes that intrinsically.
I'm going to give it a try.
I know
Swear
what
to God,
we...
Jethro, I will do something.
I know what we ask for in a blessing for is something that many have likely sought for ages and have failed.
Not only failed, died, attempting to find it. But if you wish to die, that is not something that I care about, even in the least. What I care about.
If I may add something, Your Grace, we also ask the honor of performing a favor for you, one that would be mutually beneficial. You see, it has come to our attention that there are certain people here in your city that seem to believe themselves on the same level as your resplendent magnificence, and we would only humbly ask the chance to assist you in ridding this place of their presence.
This is a pivotal roll. I need you to roll me a persuasion roll, Bernie.
Come on, Paladin.
I'm gonna use session advantage for that.
Go ahead.
Persuasion. Oh, god damn it! What the hell? Jesus.
Maybe Jethro
One
should have
with
been the one to
two.
roll.
Maybe we should be having Yanni, do this where it's like,
Holy shit!
Damn. No, Jethro, you wouldn't have done much better.
Yanni's an auto 25, guys.
I want you to roll it just.
Yeah,
once.
but people like rolling dice. Like, it's...
Also, Yanni was the one who revealed that we knew she was a dragon. So we
You don't have any
just-
viewer inspiration, do you?
Like I said, doesn't seem like it was a big secret.
Like honestly, I kept forgetting it was a big secret because like everything we've ever heard was like, oh yeah, the leader of this
Yeah.
place is a fucking dragon.
We literally
So-
had a conversation with someone no one besides certain people know.
Yeah.
Every
5 minutes
person
before
I
we
knew.
walked in here.
So the information spy is the person who talked openly about her being a dragon. The information spy that's working with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, she will stand very sharply and exude her terrifying aura. That is wisdom saves for each of you.
Do we
Oh.
get Bernie's aura?
If you're in it.
It's 10. It's 15 feet, right?
Nope, 10. Miriam, you're just outside.
Damn it.
11.
32.
17.
Okay, only Jethro becomes terrified of her instantly as this aura pulses through the room and she stands up. You dare to think there is anybody who believes themselves my superior in this city?
I did not say superior, Your Grace, only that there are someone who might have the hubris to believe themselves your equal.
There is nobody in this city who would be that disrespectful.
Even the Imperials.
To be fair, they're not in the city, probably.
No, there's Zemnians right outside her gates. Like, right
Well,
outside this building. There's
Well,
Zemnians
not
all
the
over.
Zemnians, it's
The
the
Volstrucker.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
There's a reason I said Imperials.
Yeah. Actually...
Well, no, semantics can be a very important distinction right
Especially
now.
with an old crutchy dragon.
She will take one step forward off of the throne towards you all, and will place the hilt of the spear aggressively into the ground. You will speak plainly and simply about this. Now, who is trying to have power greater than myself in this city?
Well, I will tell you who I am and who we are. My name is Paladin Burin Cragless of the Order of the Iron Oath. I am a servant of the Tal'Dorei military. And as I'm sure you are aware of the current ongoings and the conflict between Tal'Dorei and the Empire, we have been tasked with eliminating some enemies, and it has come to our attention that some of our enemies might also be some of your enemies. We know that there are Imperial agents known as Volstruckers who have established a foothold here in the city. And we know that they are led by a man named, well, not a man, but a lich, rather, named Trent Ickathon.
You see acid is oozing out from the sides of her lips.
He said, "Speak plainly."
Yeah, you keep kind of you yeah.
I am speaking plainly. I'm just telling as much as necessary. He is our main enemy, but he also has agents here in the city. One in particular that is capable of seeing many places at once. And we believe that they are undermining your authority with their presence here.
Her mouth opens up just the tiniest bit. You see the acid has congealed. It just drips down, and nothing on her person melts away from it. But the moment it touches the tiling floor, it sizzles loudly and begins disintegrating against it. So there's a bounty on your head.
I'm sure there is.
Is there a bounty on his head?
There's a bounty on Tulsha and Mirian and Bernie's head in the Empire, I believe.
Yep.
She will turn and look over towards the rest. Raise your hoods now.
Tulsha will oblige.
I didn't know we were wearing hoods.
Yeah, that's how you get unseen while walking around. It's mundane hoods meant to hide you completely.
I mean, I think while inside the building, Jethro would have probably took his off because, you know, like it's like wearing a hat indoors.
Let me note that.
Yeah, you're not the one who has wanted posters of you.
Fair enough. Jethro's not. So that means you must be his brother, the necromancer.
That is correct, my lady.
That makes you the sister snake.
Yes, my lady. We seek nothing against you, nor the people of the Empire, merely to remove the rot that has been around since the calamity. And she's speaking truthfully with the legend lore that she knows. One that has gone as far as to make an atropole. To guard one of its phylacteries.
She will take 2 steps over towards you, Jethro, and will place her hand in a gentle nature against your chin to lift your head towards her, but despite the gentle act, you can feel the power and strength behind her hand as she's looking directly at you with those copper burning eyes.
Like Jethro, I assume I'm still under the dragon fear.
Yes.
So Jethro is fighting everything to not turn this into like I gotta fucking fight or flight kind of thing. Like he,
Jethro, yeah, you're immune to being frightened within my aura. Just saying.
oh, am I?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot Bernie's. Yeah.
Oh,
So
never mind.
never
then.
mind. If you're not, if nobody is afraid of her, she will simply address all of you then. You believe yourselves capable of stopping anybody on his main roster.
We've killed several already, Your Majesty. Would I have been allowed to bring my spellbooks in?
If it's in your bag of holding, yes, because they didn't take your bag of holding. Because if you have to use an action to get something, she's probably going to fuck you up.
Right. If I may, I have the spellbooks of several of their high-ranking members that we have killed for you to peruse.
Where are they?
In my bag of holding.
She'll hold her hand out for the bag.
I untie it and give it to her.
She will reach her hand in, think spellbook, and start taking out spellbooks and placing them. As she's placing them, these mage hands that all seem to emanate from this globe on one of the tables. There's 5 of them at any one time, grabbing and holding them up for her. How many books do you have in total? 4?
Yes. I have the one from the guy in the ruins. I have one from 6. I have one from
Hyper adaptation. Illusion. Who else?
The one that blew off John's head.
that is 6.
We also took the one from the one that was at the archaeology site because we kind of bullied him out of that.
That wasn't a Volstrucker.
In a fuck, what's his name? The one that had Gertrude.
Oh yeah.
The handler, we couldn't find his spellbook.
Yeah.
In addition, we have the prized possession of one known as the Handler, only known as Gertrude, that contains the memories of sleeper agents. With your permission, my lady, I will take it out of my bag to show to you.
You will hand over your bag and I will retrieve it.
She will. It is worth noting, my lady, it requires his blood to unlock, which I am capable of using.
She'll take the objects out and drop your bags unceremoniously at her feet as she's looking at all of this. I need one more persuasion roll.
I'll give a crack at it.
Bernie was the leader of the conversation, but he's being assisted by everybody.
Kind of did it, but yeah. All right. So
All
I
you have
have
to do is not
advantage
roll
on it.
that one.
Do I have advantage?
Yes, you're being assisted by everybody.
All right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, well, it
Mom's
would be
picking up.
wise for Yanni to be the one, but she hasn't been taking charge and leading that kind of conversations earlier, so why would she do it now?
Speak,
kind of?
Mr. Leader.
Bernie, you'll be fine as long as you don't roll a nat 1 or a 22.
Yeah, well, my track record with persuasion checks is really shitty. Hey,
The goddess of luck smiles upon you.
Bernie, you're dead to me.
We love Tony here.
Oh, thank God Natalie's not here.
She's just getting hyper-powered at this rate.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Natalie.
She takes 2 steps backwards and will slump back into her chair. And just raise her hand, pushing against her one temple as she adjusts her composure a little bit. I have heard many different things about your exploits, particularly from the people who I have been talking to. The ones that have been influencing my decisions. I am under order. She says that like it is the most offensive thing in her life.
Wait, someone ordered a dragon?
I am under order to melt you all down if you enter my chambers. And I believe I will do that to the public eye, of course. You believe you know where this fountain is, then I assume you know Eyes is out there looking for it. What makes you believe you're capable of getting to it faster?
We have a ship, Your Majesty, and we have a map.
What map?
One, she will take out the ancient scroll case and gently unroll it, the original map, being ever so careful with how fragile it is. One that was found in a drow prison within your city. From old Haxon.
Oh, so you're the fuckers who burnt down the building.
I have spent last night correlating where it most likely is, and we have 4 landmarks to make our way there. One that is referred to as the Aetherglow Nexus, one that is referred to as the Arcane Archives, the Crystal Cascades, and then one that is called the Mystic Spire. Of these, we have been able to identify 3 of them so far based off of current maps. One that is known as the Shivering Grove, the Towering Library that is falling, and the cascading waterfall floating in the middle of the landscapes. We have a direction, Your Majesty, and we wish to find it and secure it before the one who has the audacity to order someone as magnificent as you can get to it.
Also, if I may, Your Grace, if we prove not up to the challenge of killing this Eyes, then at the very least he will be weakened from his encounter with us, which might provide you with a better opportunity of getting rid of him. And of course there would be the matter of, well, the remaining treasures that you would then be in possession of from our deaths. And his as well, of course.
Speaking of treasures,
Uh-oh.
if I am to believe, or if others are to believe, that you all are dead, with the way that I kill, there's no need for bodies, but there is still need for proof.
We have been seen around with the burial spear itself, Your Majesty. Something that many would believe we would not give up willingly.
Item of personal, not. I'm trying to think. Not benefit. This out of character. This correction. I'm just trying to think of the word. Personal. What like, if an
Note.
item's
Personal
significant-
note.
Personal. Thank you. Personal note to my compatriot Burren here. His cloak was made by his sister, from what he told me. Something he's always been wearing since I've met him.
Is it something they would know you for, then? Something that would not be destroyed so easily.
It's the cloak of billowing, in case you didn't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is actually the cloak I've been wearing the longest.
I do not believe that would be sufficient enough. She takes a step and walks directly out towards you, Baron, and she stops looking you in the eyes, but instead raises her gaze up at your horns.
I mean, you could also.
What
I have
better
also been wearing
proof?
this magic wig.
What better proof than a piece of you? Your enemies would believe you dead, destroyed by me. Their gods would be weakened. And, as you say, even if you fail, I'll be able to, well, finish what you started more easily. And she'll squat down on top of her stage to now meet you eye to eye, Bernie. How badly do you want to succeed, Tiefling?
Well, it seems we are in agreement, for that was the very next thing I was going to suggest. It is perhaps the most telling identifier, at least of me, and by extension, our little group.
Well then, she will reach her arm backwards and you watch as this beautiful copper axe materializes in her grip as she grabs onto it and will raise her hand to grab the tip of your horn.
Just the tip?
You require only one? Or do you want both?
One would be sufficient. The other would be for me.
All right. Well, I always was a sucker for symmetry.
She
Make
will
it clean.
very quickly, with an incredible might, swing this axe down, cut and gash, and I need a con save from you, Bernie, to get through the pain without showing anything.
Oh,
16.
After you feel the weight of several pounds removed from on top of your head, you look up and everybody sees that there's clearly blood dripping out of his mouth from biting and chomping down so hard.
can I go over and try to like triage I'm assuming just did she completely cut from the base?
She didn't scalp him, she just cut it so that he has nubs remaining.
Okay.
Miriam just
I mean, quick question: are there feelings in the horns, or is it like
Yeah.
just?
Yeah, they're like, yeah.
They're a part of him.
nerve endings.
Well, no, because I
Yeah,
thought it
like
was like
nerves.
kind of. I kept thinking of the horns kind of like a fingernail kind of thing.
No, they're not
Like-
fingernails. Think like deer. Deer can
Yeah.
feel their horns. That shit
Yeah,
hurts.
but deer
There's
can
blood
also
vessels in-
shed their horns, and
It would
that's
be
called velvet.
More like a tooth, a long tooth growing out of your head.
Yeah. But she will take the two horns, holding them up inside of one of her fists, and goes over to the throne to place it down. After she does, she looks around the chamber at all of you. You all will succeed. And if you are going to hesitate at all to get your advantage against him, I will seek out your destruction, as they will know I lied about your deaths. All of you, come stand on my stage.
Tulsh will stand up and take a step on the stage after being told to do so.
Well, as you all get up onto the stage, she will move her head backwards, and as she bellows out her chest, you see this elongating of her neck, this tightening of this copper coils that envelops out into a half draconic maw that immediately opens and acid spews forth, coating the entirety of the back copper doors, completely blotching out everything and starting to destroy and disintegrate the ground underneath as she just keeps pushing more and more and more of this acid, streaming it from side to side across it. And you all look at the pure destruction, the melting of everything that is over there happening by her breath as she recoils backwards slightly into the human facade and wipes the acid off of her lips. Then she will push the throne, and as it moves out of the way, you see that a staircase appears exactly where the throne was. You all will hide down there. Oh, wrong layer. GM layer.
I trust you'll also have your guards deliver the confiscated items to your chamber, to here as well, so we can retrieve them.
Post haste, yeah. And
Thank you, lady.
wait down there just for a couple of hours. When I have cleared out this chamber, I will bring you out into the open. And I will descend you down into Encanter's Rest.
Thank you, my lady.
she'll look over at you, Bernie, and for the first time in this engagement shows a very faint bit of respect towards you.
We nod my head in respect. And just,
She'll
thank
nod.
you, Your Grace.
There's only those truest of passion and inspiration that will mutilate themselves to achieve their goals.
Right.
Down. And all of you go downstairs, and I think this is a great place to go ahead and go on break, everybody. We'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, we do have open slots available in this game, in the Tuesday game, and both Tuesday games. A brand new campaign, the other half of this game on Tuesday evening, and then this one. So if you're interested in any of those, reach out. Let me know. You all crawl your way downstairs, and as you get down there, Satiana goes with you, and you see at the bottom of these stairs is her horde. A massive room bigger than the entirety of this protected sanctuary she guards, that she literally sits on top of, filled with treasures of all varieties as far as your eyes can carry, before you are blocked with a wall of golds and platinums and silvers.
No one touch anything.
I know exactly what I have here, and I will know if you take a single coin of mine.
Of course, we wouldn't dream of it.
Hide
There's no rooks.
in the back of the room. Place down
Yeah.
your armor at the front. Just in case me alerting them that I killed you, they want additional proof.
We were given our bags back, right?
Bags, yes, not weapons.
Okay. I'll take the armor off and put it there and whatnot. And then go hide in the back of the room.
And keep in mind, if you still have your old armor, you can just leave that there. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Bernie, you can equip your armor with an action. All you have to do is run at him.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take off the armor and because is it so long that while it's attuned, I can just summon it onto me? Or
You have to be within, I think, like 5 feet of it, 10 feet of it. But yeah.
okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah, you don't get a Power Rangers montage from across the realm.
Damn it.
Unfortunately. I may add an item in to do that now.
Yeah, I want a nanite plate mail.
It comes at you like that Iron Man suit.
Oh yeah, artificers already get to do that. Never mind. Just God damn it, I have to be an artificer to be a Power Ranger? Fuck you! My least favorite class. Anyways. For play, I think roleplay, they're phenomenal. I just, play-wise, it ain't for me. That's, Anywho. You all look at the vast treasures and riches that Satiana has been able to accumulate over the millennia that she has been ruler over New Haxon. It's not just coins, it's baubles, trinkets, artifacts, weapons, armor, everything that you can imagine. She has so much of it. I mean, good system. Even just to talk to her, you have to give her something badass, so it would stand that quite a few badass things have been given to her. But in addition to many of these that you've seen, you see bones that are almost like gelatinely soft. Presumably individuals who insulted her and she spit at, disintegrating them down with acid, leaving the bones barely still holding on with that. You all fret to even consider what that would do to you if it hit you. Except Yanni, of course, who obviously would dodge it no problem, take 0 damage whatsoever. Rogues, baby.
So is it like an order system to it, like P for plate mail, C for coins, and then subdivided like CP for coins, platinum?
No, it's like mountains of coin, and then all of the things seem to be in that order. Like, that is the mountain of silver, that's the mountain of platinum, that's the mountain of gold. And then you start seeing armor, then you start seeing everything here.
Does she have a pile of diamonds?
Roll me an
Sure.
investigation.
I'm not gonna like go around waiting in it to look. I'm just
We're admiring the
staying-
collection.
So,
Yeah, I'm just
You
standing in one corner, just
you see how big this entire, like, chamber was on the top level? everything underneath is bigger. You can walk around the hills of coins to look at things.
Yeah. All right.
I would
Just
like
looking,
to look
not
around
touching
for
anything.
something.
Yep, 17. You do find that there is a smaller pile of diamonds that seems to be roughly about knee high.
Any blood diamonds in there?
Possibly, but it's just diamonds. What were you saying, Miriam?
You're muted.
I would like to look around, not touching anything, obviously, to try to find the oldest magical thing in here.
Arcana check.
I like to find the oldest thing in here. Where does it start?
Damn it, 19.
History check.
Dirty 20.
Didn't we theorize earlier that time started with the singularity? So it's that. No.
No, it's the other singularity down here. But anyway, just
that
Would not be surprised.
Yeah. So, Miriam, the oldest magical thing down here is a chair. You get over to it, and its runic markings seem to be deeply etched into it, much in the same way as the paneled floor up top was, but this seems very, very ancient and old. And the chair is actually unique in nature. It hooks around the back, like whoever would sit in it sat with a hunched over physique, and it has a crowning over top of where the head is, and the armrests as well, like you would just lurch inside of it. It's almost like a pod more than just a chair.
With a 19, can I tell get a guess of what school of magic those runes are?
You haven't the foggiest idea what this magic is.
Not even like dunamancy or anything.
Not with a 19. It's old magic. This is
Gotcha.
very old. Tosha, that chair is incredibly old. Like, older than most places you've been to. Old. But you see that there is a portrait. A scenery type portrait. Inside of this is a forest of blackened trees with lifeless leaves all around it, a swampy bottom and exterior, and what appears to be specters of shadowish varieties floating around inside. It's artfully created so precisely that you imagine this is a real place. Nobody has an imagination to draw this precisely and perfectly. This is real. Somebody has seen this and has drawn it.
Can I try to make a history check or a nature check to find out where that might be?
Based off of the 20 you've rolled, you have no idea. Doesn't look like anywhere you've ever been.
Can I determine the monetary value of it since it's art?
Priceless.
Priceless. And it doesn't remind me of, like, say, the Eyes of the Lake when it was still under the effects of the
No.
reality.
No. This does not remind you of anything you've ever seen in your life.
That is amazing. To think there's still so many unexplored places. There's no way this was thought up. This is somewhere out there. Belongs in a museum.
No, it belongs in a dragon's hoard.
Is a museum.
What's safer?
And this piece of art is on loan from a dragon's hoard.
You can tell by the 15 smaller, younger dragons guarding it.
That sounds like a wonderful one-shot, actually.
A museum where everything's on display from different dragons' hoards.
No, a con artist who convinces dragons to put their objects on display to steal them.
Well, I mean, there's a fun. It was for a previous DM I had, who's I don't want to talk about too much, but they did run a yearly one shot where you play as like the big BBEGs, like minions or whatever, like a skeleton, whatever, slime and all that, and you have to pull a heist. And if you fail the heist, your boss will kill you.
Interesting. But while some of you are wandering around looking at these historical and magical monuments that Satyana just has,
We're, of course, making our way over to the corner to hide as well. It's just like we're on the way there, just admiring everything. And like, this is amazing.
Yanni and Bernie, at one point in time, while you are moving along, looking at things, you both exhale at the exact same time, and you can see your breath, and you realize temperature has dropped tremendously all of a sudden. There's something that feels wrong that just came within proximity of you. Not down here, just somewhere.
Well, usually when you feel a temperature, you can kind of tell the direction the temperature is coming from.
Give me a survival check. Yeah, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at everyone and just telepathically say, "Be very quiet. Something feels wrong, or off."
So
why
24.
do I ask you to
Okay.
roll? You start wandering back over towards the stairs that you walk down as you realize the temperature seems to have come from higher up, and you very quietly step up the stairs. And Yanni, you hear two voices in Satyana's chambers. One, hers, clearly. Well, and must say, you got here very quickly. The other is a voice that you've heard on occasion, but you recognize immediately who it is. Well, if you are to claim that you have finally swatted my flies, I need to be sure that you are not lying to me, Satyana. I would not do such a thing. It's good that you know your place. Yanni, where you are sitting under the stairs, you see a little droplet of acid. She's gritting her teeth, and it just falls.
Is this Trent or is this the?
Oh, that is Trent.
Okay. I
Run.
guess slowly back away and let the others know.
As you are
Tells me
backing
that,
away,
circle.
you can still hear a little bit of their conversation echoing down here. So what do you have as proof? Well, as I'm sure that you already know, they gave a little bit of a fight, but they believed I would help them. I had to melt them down to be sure they were quite threatening. Even without their arms, they were threatening to you. Even without their arms, they would have been a threat to you. Then you get to the base of the stairs and go ahead, Yanni.
Yeah, guys, Trent's upstairs. Hide.
Stealth checks, everybody.
Can I go to find the deepest, untouched area of the vault?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm going.
That's your stealth check. Do it.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Everybody?
Did I see any bows when I was down here?
Oh, yeah, plenty of things like that.
Yes,
Don't-
steal from the dragon.
I'm not
Yeah.
stealing from him, but if we're gonna get attacked, like, we need weapons, guys.
She specifically warned you, if you touch something, you're
You
dead.
died.
Guys, checks.
I'm gonna use session lore keeper on this.
27.
That's a 14.
Not bad for
Better than
you.
a 4.
All right, that's 4 of you. Who are we missing? There he is.
Jethro has an idea if the party's willing, like with the stealth maybe. Like
You can't
basically,
cast anything.
no, gather round, and then bottle respite. We're just a ring in the horde.
I forgot. They let you keep that? That doesn't count?
That's your spell focus, isn't it?
It can be a spell focus.
It
but
is a spell focus. They would take it from you. Yes, it pings as spell focus. It's magical.
All right, never mind then.
So stealth check. So what do we have here? We have 27 plus 15 plus 14 plus 14 plus 29 divided by 5. Dirty 20.
Oh,
I hope that's
so
enough.
low.
I hope that's enough. You all find different areas to get over to and hide as best as you can. Just getting behind the mounds and as far away from where your armor is as possible. And you hear the chair moving, which opens up the staircase above your heads. And then you hear the footsteps. 1, 2, 3, 4. You only count 4 feet walking. Satyana and him. At this point, once he gets down here, all of you can feel... Yes?
I just realized I've been muted. I was saying earlier that I wanted to hide in the portable hole.
Oh yeah, that'd be fine.
So who's carrying it while it's folded up?
Just fucking throw it. Like... So let me recalculate stealths. Divided by 4. Since you're in the hole, you're not... Aw, Jethro, 22. Anyhow. You hear the 4 sets of feet coming down here. Bernie, you're oblivious to everything. You're inside the hole. You get to sit at your desk, waiting for your opportunity. Just... But anyways, you hear the conversation continuing. You know, this will be a pleasant mental peace I can keep. I told you I'm keeping the other one. You can have one of his horns, but I killed them. Yes, I understand the greed of your kind. You can keep one, I just need the other. And here are their belongings. You hear rattling through and pushing of different various objects over there. Who are these belonging to? I don't recognize it on any of my reports on them. They were being accompanied by 2 strange people. I don't know who they are. Really, you don't know. Knowing these things is not my job, it is yours. You know, Satyana, my patience is grand, but not infinite. I would recommend that you bite your tongue more when you are speaking to me. Unless you wish to turn out just like your mother.
oh,
This motherfucker.
You all hear
No, you're
sizzling of...
Killer, I think.
You all hear the sizzling of her acid dripping and lingering out of her mouth. The amount of self-control you all would have to have, let alone a dragon.
knowing Draconic, that's a big thing.
Man, Lily could have gotten along with this lady so well. It's like, hey, your mother was killed by a jackass. Mine was too.
We should be friends. Anyways.
We should also help each other get revenge.
You hear sifting through of all of your items again, and then Satyana. You said, whatever is theirs, I keep. It is a part of my hoard now, Trent. I'm just looking for things that they shouldn't have. Where are their bags of holding? I do not believe they brought them with them. Satyana's deception check.
Oh my god, an ancient dragon versus a lich. Who wins? Oh my god, Joey!
Don't you have an inspiration still in this game?
Oh, I possibly do, but why would I use it here? This
Yeah, I
is
was
the
just like, why
story.
would you use it?
This is the story.
Yeah,
I have
this,
one more
this was
from
her
Moose.
idea to leave us here unarmed and without all that bullshit. So this,
Well,
this
guys,
is
it
her
was nice
fucking fault.
playing this campaign.
And now
with you.
Trent's. Fair.
Just barely a success for Trent.
Satyana. Are you lying to me? No, of course not. Why would... You hear a loud thud.
Did he just kill a dragon in 1 second?
Then the footsteps walking away.
Ooh, we got the loot.
At the top of the stairs, Yanni, you hear Zemnian being spoken.
Can I stealth check to follow, I guess?
Sure, go for it.
Did this fucker just kill an ancient dragon in a second?
25.
An adult dragon, but yeah. 25. Yanni, you sneak out from where you were hiding and you see Satyana is paralyzed, standing there, unable to move whatsoever. Her eyes are the only thing that seems to shift ever so slightly in your direction. I need an insight check.
Oh, that works done.
Insight. 24.
She's trying to convey surrender?
Dragon wouldn't do that.
Not her.
Be really easy to kill this dragon right now. She's just gonna, try to hear what Trent's saying.
At the top of the stairs, you hear, he seems to be talking to two individuals. The dragon is currently stunned. I've empowered the spell, so she will be remaining there until you can hack her up and destroy her properly.
I'm going to...
She's the only one that hears this. She's clearly trying to hide something from me. We need to find their bags. It's somewhere inside the hoard. We'll worry about that later, and I'll resurrect her to handle this station for us a bit easier. Having a direct puppet is always easier than one that has its own thoughts. And he begins walking away.
I guess I'm gonna go to the first person I see that's stealthed.
Probably Jethro, maybe.
Yeah, he has abandonment issues, so he close by.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna tell you immediately. Like, they're two people are coming down, probably bull struckers. They're gonna cut up and kill the dragon, which not really opposed to, but we should definitely arm ourselves and get ready to kill these guys after they kill the dragon.
Jethro, you can see Jethro weighing the options real quick, and he is going to then look to Yanni. Go. Tell the others. I have an idea. It's gonna be calm. We're gonna get into a fight. Be ready.
You're gonna have him kill the dragon first, so we can take some of this stuff, right? She's gonna say.
Yanni, this is not the time.
Okay. I guess I'll go let the others know.
What's worth more, a favor from a dragon or the dragon's hoard?
I mean, I guess we'll find out.
So everyone else is alerted.
Can I attempt to
looking
find a
for a
holy symbol that might work?
Quick investigation.
By the way, where is the dragon's body? Like frozen.
Over underneath the stairs where you left all of your armor and.
Mother.
Wait, we left all our armor there too?
Did you, dude? You need to listen when I'm speaking more. Like
I
said,
missed that part. I'm sorry.
She said, leave everything over there in case he wants additional proof and hide.
Okay. In that case, Jethro's gonna rush over there, try to be quiet about it, but he's going to basically pick up the paralyzed dragon and bring it further into the chamber and set it down like in the middle somewhere. That way, it's like, oh, these people have to go farther into this, potential ambush kind of deal.
Yeah.
The dragon's the bait.
You bring the dragon a lot closer to where you all were, and you can see the eyes also trying to convey something to you right now. She's trying.
Can I also go find the ascot and release Bernie?
Oh yeah, easy on that part.
I'm going to open up like, Bernie's. Get out of here, get ready for the fight. And just paralyze the dragon.
Ooh, bring out the mirror. It has a spell.
Bring out the mirror. It has a spell. Get ready with it.
Yeah. Here's the mirror. I'll lift it up towards the wall, or how that thing was again.
We're pointing it towards the staircase.
Yeah.
Right.
And and then I'm going out and what's going on?
In a 16, did I find a holy symbol that might work?
Got in that one. I didn't find shit.
I think given this, you previously investigated around. I say a 16, you could find a mother-daughter's locket. That would be a reasonable symbol for you and your goddess.
Okay. Yeah, I will take that. Like, oh fuck.
And Satyani gives you pleading eyes as well. Miriam, you're frantic looking. This is the worst case scenario for you.
Can I see that? Well, she's
her eyes. Oh, absolutely. She's trying to plead with everybody.
I'm going over to her and gonna use cleansing touch.
All right, you touch her with cleansing. Roll it in chat for me. I need to make sure.
Oh my god.
You go over and place your hand over onto her shoulder, and instantly you see this breaking and shattering of time that was placed upon her, and instantaneously this earthly roar that skyrockets, and she expands outwards into her full adult draconic form and will bark out towards you all in draconic, "Get on!" as she goes to swoop up all of your items and grasp it into her palms.
Oh,
I get on.
Fight these. Okay.
Yep, get on. I keep forgetting you have that.
Yeah, that's... Are you guys getting on?
Yeah.
She grabbed up all of your belongings into her hands, and as soon as she has that like that, she jumps up into the air and kicks one hard time as she goes shooting up through the stairs, and just on the cusp of your vision, you all see Trent, who's at the back end of the chamber, looking up, disgusted at the fact that all of you are flying off on her back.
I refuse the urge to go like,
See, I don't know if this will work. Probably not, at least on Trent, but maybe on his compatriots that might be able to do something. As we're passing by, Jethro's packed halberd, because his packed weapon can be used as a spell focus, and he just summoned it. While we're flying by, he does want to just fly by with a hypnotic pattern just to further help make it difficult.
Absolutely. The other mages are affected by it, but you can clearly see Trent can look past it directly over towards you all. Now, as you are flying and you break out from the top of her garrison, destroying the stone ceiling with her, and all of you have to shield yourselves from the rubble, you see it falling down, and quickly Trent is drawing forth magic to aim out towards all of you.
Counter spell. I'm too far away.
Oh no, you're within range, just the roof.
Oh wait, no,
still
I don't have a spell focus. I didn't find
We
one.
still have the mirror, right?
You do?
Counterspell.
Yeah, gonna use the mirror.
Yeah. Do you want to use the mirror? Try it.
Yeah.
All right,
What was
you
the
hang the
mirror?
mirror over the side, and Jethro counterspell charisma check.
All right. It
Please.
is technically 5th level, but yeah, I just want. Yeah.
Yeah, what he ain't casting no 5th level at y'all. He wants y'all dead. 19, let's go.
Where's the mirror again? There we are.
So as the spell is beginning to aim up
Lament.
towards all of you, you feel this darkening and this pressure around you before you manage to snuff out the spell from a distance, and Satyana takes one more kick up into the air before pulling out one dose of the coke and
We're
flying off as quickly as she can.
Me
Can
and
I
Bernie are pointing the mirror.
Yeah, can I see any of the other Volstruckers there? Or any other people that it looks like they came with him?
There was 2 other individuals with him, and they both seem to be dealing with the hypnotic pattern instantaneously.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use the mirror to direct the
Whatever
transfer
stored
spells back
spells.
to one of them. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
What was the stored spell, Joey?
you watch as a... Let me give a charisma save from one of them.
Charisma save.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, wisdom. So that's only a +2, and inside of that, that was a 22 DC. Yeah. One of the individuals who is looking up at the pattern, you just see they reach up towards their head and start screaming in pain and agony as they start falling on the ground, twisting and coiling around at whatever the fuck was in that mirror.
As we're flying by, can I attempt a banishment on Trent? Just attempt it.
Sure.
Banishment 7th level. Let's see what happens.
Man, I wish I had my fucking
He is not banished, but
Oh.
Oh, what he rolled with the plus?
I'm not going to answer that.
Oh, because I have a spell save of 17.
Well, that means that whatever he rolled is at least a
17.
plus 12.
Or a
He
legendary
has legendary,
resistance.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lich.
Oh, right, because it's above 5th level, I would have targeted as many as I could. It's a multi-target now because it's 7th level.
Nice. Yeah, the one guy on the ground is now probably banished as well, and the other guy as well, but she's dipping out. She is flying over the horizon as quickly as she can. She used that coke to just full round dashing, not giving up, moving as quickly as possible. All of you holding on as best as you can as she calls out towards you all. Fucking monstrosity!
We know.
Wait, does he have one of my horns?
Yes.
I need to go back in the hole, I think.
Oh God, locate creature.
We'll let you out in like an hour, which I think there's only 15 minutes of air in the hole, but
No, it's 30 minutes. We found.
Oh,
it.
yeah. And you can
Yeah.
hold your breath for like 5 minutes or something. Like,
Yeah.
I've
Also,
seen
you have a cloak of
rules
concealment.
Plane that you can keep the hole open. Like, wait, it's a different plane as long as he's in there.
yeah, you can keep it open and air just flows, but you're also on the back of a fucking dragon, full dashing through the open air.
Yeah.
After about 20 minutes of her flying, and she does have to stop from the stun from the coke that happens, and she inevitably brings down coils onto the ground and drops all of your belongings before starting to unleash her breath across the horizon, and incredibly pissed off, unleashing all of the rage and pain she's been feeling from interacting with him this entire time.
Believe me, we fucking hate him too.
He has my horde, my garrison.
We'll get it back. That's, I promise you.
She'll drop your belongings unceremoniously to you and revert back down into the humanoid form where she can pull out your weapons and toss them on the ground as well. And she just starts walking.
You're going to be alright on your own.
Huh.
I might not be able to fight him by myself, but he cannot trust the Penumbra Range like I can.
Fair enough.
So how far did Encanter's Rest did she take us?
Oh, you're gonna need a survival check.
I'll. Can I
Oh,
assist?
Pistolsha.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with that.
I mean, okay.
Before she like leaves, I'm going to just, my lady. Could you, before you leave, please point us in the right direction?
I've never been there myself. Making myself younger would only make me weaker. But what are you looking for?
Oh, if you need to become older,
Are we really doing? Are we going?
I looked
I
to
mean-
Bernie.
Out of all the things here, that would be beneficial in terms of aging.
Immediately beneficial, yes.
Immediately.
She can
Long
use it
term,
as much as she wants.
We have something that might help you become older.
Are we actually doing this?
I say go for it. Might as well.
There's been crazier shit.
I mean, we just survived a meeting with Trent.
Yeah.
We didn't meet Trent. We just, bypassed him.
Bernie has it on right now.
This is. I'll look at Tulsha and just telepathically. I know we talked about it, but I really don't think you should have said that.
I'm looking to her as like, this is the one chance to cement a dragon ally against Trent.
Potentially a very new ancient dragon.
She'll look
Or a
over at
great
you,
worm.
Yanni. Did you steal that from my hoard?
I grabbed it when I thought we were going to be killing Volstruckers.
Persuasion.
Back. 25.
Oh,
She's
yeah, good
very
point.
pragmatic that
Yeah.
way. And, Jethro would assist. I try to.
She will walk over to you and place her hand onto your shoulder, and with a burning hatred that you can recognize, you've seen that level of hatred many times in your life, you stick that right into their fucking eyes.
Okay.
And she'll let you keep that +2 longbow.
Woo! That's an upgrade.
Yeah.
Really wish I had found something.
Yeah.
Hey, did I mention this thing that looked like a Holy Avenger?
You didn't have a chance.
Yeah, but it fell
Listen,
down
if
when
you-
I opened the.
If you had a Holy Avenger, you ain't running from Trent. Like that's.
Yeah.
Look, when I opened up the purple hole, some stuff might have fell into it.
I mean, I'm surprised the dragon didn't see that with Bernie's like, wait, that's a portable hole. Starts just dumping all of it into there. Bernie's like, "Ah!" as he gets
Yeah.
crushed and then fly away with it.
Look,
There's one coin that clinked its way down into the portable hole.
But
I
what are
mean-
you talking about making me older?
Mhm. Well,
Enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I tell you this only because we want to fuck Trent up super hard. We have an item that's the cost of using it is time of your life. In which case, looking Bernie made him older. For mortals, that's bad. But for someone like yourself, I'd assume it would only make you stronger.
before. Well, you should know that this item isn't just an item, it is an entity. There is a creature bound to this item that I don't know if it is the item itself or not, but
Is it godly?
Beyond.
unknown.
I do not do deals with devils, jinn, or gods, even for
No.
power.
Oh, it's not like that. It's
You grant it something, and it takes your life, or whatever. I do not.
An object.
What'd you say, Yanni?
It's an object.
But what is that entity?
It's not an entity, it's just an object. It will.
No, I have seen and spoken with this entity.
Then what is it?
It is, for lack of a better word and understanding of it, a spirit of time. Somehow.
Janasia Stone.
what was that in Draconic?
Lord of Time, Janus.
I don't know what Janus is.
No,
Can I make
none
a-
of us know who Janus is.
I do not deal with the gods. They are fickle, greedy, disgusting, self-serving, and self-righteous creatures.
Sounds almost as bad as making a deal with a lich.
Let's not.
I take like 5 steps away from Jethro.
Yeah, I'll take like 500. And then 500 more.
What's that breath attack range? And okay.
To be
If you-
fair, my lady, from our understanding, it appears to not necessarily be an entity of itself, but rather a physical manifestation of the item, explaining to its user. It takes the years to restore itself to its true power before it was removed from itself.
So I will give it years of my life, and it will gain freedom.
It will slowly restore itself to its initial state.
Because
And we don't know the motivations of this entity, whatever it is, or if it is a creature of its own.
We got Bernie's memory where it explained that I have no control over it. These are the rules, right?
Bernie does.
And-
What?
Bernie has it. I don't know if he shared it with y'all.
Yeah,
No,
we.
before the time after the time skip, he gave us the memory.
Oh, yeah. Keep forgetting that's a spell. My bad. Yeah.
and I was able to determine that it's taking thousands of years for it to restore to its full self. I think it was like 4,000 years worth of its ages it needed based off of estimations.
Math of size.
Yeah, math the
Um,
size.
And Jethro would just probably add to the dragon as well as like, and as much as you may dislike it as well, you're giving us the chance to help kill this bastard. But how much would you be willing to give for your revenge?
Ooh.
Playing into
Jethro. I
That's
need
a
you to
good.
roll
That's a good one.
persuasion on that one, Jethro, or intimidation.
Does it get advantage?
I'll use intimidation then.
No,
Because
nobody
that's
was
actually
helping him
good.
on that. That was
I mean, we were all
him.
pitching the item.
Yeah.
Well, you're pitching
mean-
the idea. He's the one going, "Revenge, bitch. Do you want it?"
Yeah, this is
Like-
this is you're seeing the side of Jethro that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the like
Wait, you still have your
calculated.
session. You still have your session.
So,
Still have your
What?
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
he killed your mom. He stole
I-
your hoard. He's in your
Yeah.
house right now. What are you
He's
gonna do
fucking up
about
your
it?
shit.
Yeah,
He's-
yeah.
He's bossing around your guards / servants.
All right, your
You-
call. Persuasion
you
or,
left-
or intimidation.
Intimidation, and I'll use session advantage if I still have it.
Hell yeah.
28?
Jethro, there's an instant where she steps over to you and grasps at your neck, and you can feel the pressure, but you don't break that eye contact. You've dealt with feral animals before. You've dealt with feral soldiers, and you just keep that locked as she's holding and squeezing just slightly, and there's only those strong of will willing to sacrifice anything for their goals. And she gives you a shove backwards as she steps back.
Yeah, and as she says that, Jeth, I don't remember your exact wording, but Jethro will also repeat the words she told Bernie earlier after she took off his horns.
That's what she just said.
What she just said. Yeah.
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 Are we giving
Mo-
a being that can't die from age the infinity power? So
Motion to Bernie. It is now in his court because it's around his neck.
This item is something that he wants very much. I might be inclined to lend it to you. But you can't keep it. Just in order to take away the risk that he might gain access to it as well. If he is as powerful that he might still be able to attain it with it in your possession.
And I do not think that you'd be able to fully defeat him as he is now. His lich, phylacteries, all that good stuff. But at the very least, you can make sure he thinks twice about coming back to your home.
At the very least, I could disintegrate him down into a puddle of goo and
But you
feed that
cannot-
to his soldiers.
But you cannot fully defeat him until those who have the capability to it are able to deal with his phylacteries. And there are still some remaining.
If you grant me this power, and it is as good as it seems, I will kill him now where he stands in my garrison. And once you find what you are looking for and you call upon me, I will destroy his house. And you see her bellowing up into the draconic form, not controlling fully her facade of humanoid.
You know,
there
thoughts
isn't
of-
a daily limit on that necklace, right?
No?
No.
Oh, she could just
I'm-
keep using it until she becomes ancient.
I'm going to, well, I'm not sure if it would be a religion check or just a wisdom check, but do like a quick assessment of what would the lawbearer think of this.
I think that's insight.
That's
or
an
religion.
insight. That is an insight.
Insight, yeah,
You
yeah,
have
fair enough.
spoken with
hey,
the
Trent's the
lawbearer.
ultimate lawbreaker.
I mean,
He defies
is-
the law of life.
insight, Bernie.
Yeah. All right.
Also, she is the law of her lands.
16.
You're in another one of those perilous gray areas where granting any dragon that amount of power is, especially after the Chroma Conclave, that's bad. It's not safe. But at the same time, to gain an asset that would help to fell the greatest breaker of laws and dignity and good in all of Exandria. That is a conundrum that you as a paladin have to decide. This is not something your god has prepared you for directly.
I'll step away for like just a little moment, looking out across the wastes.
I would keep in mind,
And
even
yeah,
with Trent being a dick and ordering her.
You don't have to persuade me or anything. I've made a decision. I'm just gonna
Let him roleplay. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna remind him about how she takes care of the land.
Yeah. Let him roleplay. Let him roleplay.
I've been entrusted with the safekeeping of this artifact. And I don't know what my goddess would want me to do. But I know she has said that I should follow my instinct. And damn it. But yes. I will hand this to you. But I want your word that you will not take the power that you gain from this, that you will not use it to enslave and tyrannize simply for the sake of power, for the sake of doing it, just because you can. By being bestowed this gift, you also become a much greater threat to us mortals. And I want to believe that we can have friendly relations. If not friendly, then at least not hostile. And if you are content with being Lady of the Blight Shore, and Haxon, old and new, then that is fair. And I'll take off the singularity and hold it out towards her.
She'll take a step.
If you give me your word. I'm still holding it.
Yeah, she'll take a step towards you, not reaching for the object. I have 336 soldiers at my garrison. Each one serves me through respect, not through need. None are enslaved to me. There is no use in having soldiers that are slaves. Those are weak. Soldiers that serve you.
So I'm looking at Dark Brave when you say that.
Agreed.
I would always pursue my goals above anyone else's. And my goals are to rebuild the city my mother died defending. She'll hold her hand out for it.
And that is a noble goal, and I support it. It will take you some time to attune to this item. And I will want it back afterwards. It is my responsibility.
She'll take the
There you go.
object, walk several paces out and place it down into the sand and expand out into a coiling draconic form around the object, locking her eyes directly at it and keeping the tip of her tail and her maw just outside of it as you watch her lying there with it, focusing, attuning to the object slowly.
And while she's starting to do that, I'll look at the rest of you. And I think I should probably go back into the hole. At
Yeah,
least
that's
for a little while.
That's probably wise.
Yeah.
Joey, I did put it in chat. Jethro would have gotten the Lantern of Revealing out of either, I think it was out of the bag of holding or from Bernie's belt when he was talking, and just been scanning the area for any scrying eyes or something like that.
Keep in mind how much oil you guys have, because you have to keep filling it up with an hour's worth of oil to keep using it. But that's as long as it lasts, is so long as you provide oil.
Yeah.
Just give me 10 minutes while he's doing that, and then we're safe for at least a bit.
Good.
The mother-daughter necklace, it's not hers, is it?
You look at it and yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
You see the front of the silhouettes are of Satyana as you see her in her humanoid form, and on the other side it's a woman that looks remarkably similar to her, but instead of the sharpened copper color hair, it's golden in nature instead, and the silhouettes behind them of two massive dragons, one clearly larger than the other.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and say I grabbed this out of desperation to find something to use as a holy symbol focus. I did not, but this is yours, and I am not keeping this. Returning the necklace to her. One thing that was saved from her hoard, and probably means the most to her.
Yeah. Well, you all get your sanctuary in place, and you have your lantern of revealing. Jethro, perception?
I assume everyone else, at least not engaged in the conversation, would probably assist with it too.
If
or-
anybody else would, yes.
Yeah, Yanni would assist.
Wow.
19s have it. You're keeping an eye out during the rest, and over the course of that hour, you watch as she seems to gain a glisten in her eye that connects with the object itself, that almost seems to attach to it, the same reflective pattern on her eye as the amulet Bernie had handed over, and she'll stand up at the end of this hour, large, hulking adult dragon, and will scoop up the amulet in her hand. And Bernie, you can still see outside your folded ascot. And when you look past, you can see that entity begins to fade into existence as she is calling forth it.
I'm gonna climb out at that point, just to be there. Can't stay in the hole forever anyway. So.
The entity looks over, seems to recognize you, and gives a just faint lift of one of the lips. And then you see the area around you stops completely, momentarily. And all of you begin to experience this flashing and stopping. One moment she's standing there, and the next her scales seem longer, bigger. Her hide grows wider, and her wingspan grows wider. Her nose elongates, the horns extend, moment after moment, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So she is no longer just an adult dragon. She is the terrifying mythos of all draconic beings. Very...
what?
A dragon with cocaine?
4 more doses of cocaine.
This is a better high.
But you see, at the end of all of this, the entity becomes more physical to your appearance, Bernie. Piece and piece, as she is paying these hundreds of years at a time. The entity becomes more and more physical, growing lines of blue across the cracks in their skin, and their eyes, no longer black, but now purple and glowing, and becoming more physical.
How big is the necklace becoming?
Oh, she's just holding it in her claw, so it stays. At the end of about 15 minutes after her attunement, the entity begins fading away. She will take the amulet and slowly place it down. Now, her claws were already about the size, not claws, but the hands were about the size of your entire body before, but now it is dwarving each of you. The claws themselves are about the size of your body in their ancient state and size, and 2 claws come down slowly, and Bernie, it does bump you on the head, which kind of like, fucking hell. She's not used to her size. She just got a bit of a growth spurt. And you know the feeling, Bernie. This is not a easy transition. But she will hand you back the amulet.
You don't know who that is, but I'll say it anyway.
I don't know if this is rude to say to a dragon, but you look a lot bigger now.
I will forgive your intentions of thought. She'll give a little bit of a smirk at that. Wait, are you
Mentally
not a
older,
bard?
Oh, warlock bard.
Yeah.
Not too far.
One has a Dami mommy, one just has a Dami. It's just
She's about to go avenge her mommy. Trent's like, okay, it's only been an hour and 15 minutes. Everybody finds it. Holy shit!
Next time we meet, let's be sure to describe to us the expression on his face when you fuck him up.
I will do my best.
Oh, before I forget, there is a teleportation circle in your city that they set up. So whenever you kill
Where?
Trent, I wasn't given the specifics, but I have the sigil, right?
Mhm.
I do not know the specifics, but I can write you down the sigil and you can have your people hunt for it.
You know what? Every building that is Zemnian own will be destroyed.
I'm going to do a quick sending to the Yuan T that was owning the bar of seek shelter now.
No, don't seek shelter. Just get out of the city.
Like,
Yeah. Now, you think
Like-
buildings will stop acid?
We're starting the expedition now.
and then I'm also going to send one to the cleric of hide now. Acid's about to rain from the sky. Since she's the one that had the everything, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
finally to our tiefling friend of hide now. That's it.
I thought you were gonna tell the tiefling, the Chadster, to be like, "Hey, it's gonna rain soon. We're gonna meet you out there in the middle of an open field."
That would be Jethro saying that.
I'd tell Chad, stay away from any
Anyways.
Zemnian building. You have like a minute.
She will stretch several times with her newfound body that she has, and
Yes, Professor Thunderbrand? Yeah, the Empire just pissed off an ancient dragon. Stay away from the East Coast.
Also, we just made an ancient dragon.
Hey,
what?
it's about
Semantics.
time we finally made
Oh,
a
yeah.
problem for someone else to deal with.
Hell yeah. But as she is stretching, she quickly pushes out her wings. I need all of you to give me strength saving throws.
Oh shit! I'm going flying.
Quick question: how far? So how fast? Jethro might ask this. How fast could she get to the city?
Pretty fast. Faster
With
than
her
before.
cocaine?
She is not sure because she's just faster than she was before. She's never been
she's
an
gonna
ancient dragon before.
She can't wait to find out. Because
And then she'll have cocaine.
if Jethro did not see any scrying eyes to dispel, he still has a spell slot left after using the Pact Rod. And I want Jethro to cast this on her just to further fuck
An
with-
invisible ancient dragon.
for a minute.
Oh,
for a
that
minute.
would be so much. It'll take her longer than a minute to get away. She flew for 30 minutes. Unfortunately. God,
Okay.
that.
Okay. Can I do one thing though?
What?
Does an ancient weapon count as a weapon? Does an ancient dragon count as a weapon?
No.
You're gonna make this ancient dragon Jethro's pact weapon now?
No. I want a holy weapon, the dragon.
Oh,
I
you can
kill
holy
the claw?
weapon her claw, yeah.
Oh, I'm going up and I'm letting a holy weapon be her claws now.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
no. Climb into my mouth. There is a sack in the back of my throat.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm turning her breath weapon into a holy weapon.
Yup.
Holy
Oh
ass.
dear God.
Holy acid. Somewhere off in the distance, Mama Vusi is so happy.
I mean, it's a mother. A daughter
Yes.
defending her mother's city.
Yes.
This is like
I
the
wasn't
perfect
joking.
time.
Mama Vusi is so happy with
Like
that.
between the
You
breath
know what?
weapons, is she like by the power of the.
You know what? It's not gonna matter. I'm just giving her gift of alacrity to make her a little faster.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
I'm also putting a death ward on her.
God damn,
You-
y'all are ready for this.
We want her to fuck Trent up.
I'll give her protection from poison.
With that, the war was over.
It was a historic day.
All
The
right.
dragon showed up, and the Zemni was like, "Hey, we give up. We surrender."
But,
I put regenerate on her, but I don't have a 7th level anymore.
yeah, that's fair. Anyways, with the strength saves, let me see what the DC of Ancient was, because I authentically did not expect you guys to give her that object, just because your trust issues, reasonable trust issues, but trust issues.
And if
Reason-
he hadn't thrown Trent at us, we probably wouldn't have.
Oh
Yeah, no,
yeah.
no.
You mean Trent threw a thing at us? and we
Oh,
threw it back at
DC
Ancient Dragon.
23.
Yeah, I go flying.
Bernie
Oh, no.
goes flying, Tolsha, Yanni.
Jethro made it.
Yanni was like looking.
Oh, I forgot to roll. It was a strength save, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
All
gone.
right, so not Jethro. As she kicks out her wings, you all kind of get pushed back a little bit, like this huge gale just slammed into you, and then she kicks up just one quick time, and all of you slam onto the ground going, "Ow! Oh, that fucking hurt." 15 bludgeoning damage to all of you knocked prone.
Are you okay?
And she'll look down. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Flies off towards the city as all of you are like, fucking hell.
Remember your cocaine.
Yeah, she
Okay.
didn't forget.
We just unleashed a nuke.
Yeah, well, once the dragon's like not maybe off in the too far of a distance, like but far enough, like and Jethro's just like gazing at like us watching her fly away. He's gonna be like, you know, I think today we did a good thing.
We can certainly hope.
I mean, she
the
gave the
very
amulet
least-
back, though.
At the very least, hopefully Trent will be out of commission for about maybe 2 days.
Hopefully.
Depending on how phylacteries work, because I still don't know that number.
I mean, let's see here. Death ward, holy weapon,
No.
haste, gift of alacrity. Yeah, he's fucked.
Well, if he doesn't
Well,
teleport away, keep that in mind. He has to get the fuck out. That's his only get out of jail free card. Get the fuck out.
He also used stun, so he used his 9th level to stay.
He
Oh,
did use his 9th level. Yeah.
Also, she's invisible.
No.
No, that only lasts a minute. That didn't.
Yeah,
And he
Yeah.
also probably used his 7th or 8th on the other spell he cast.
So,
Yeah, no, yeah.
scrying time?
We're
Well,
just gonna
Scry
watch this on
Strength is
Okay,
you.
yeah, now it's our turn to describe this.
You guys want to watch what's going to happen to the city?
Yeah.
now? Okay.
We have the orb and I have a
Oh.
spell for it. Like,
We pull up the big mirror and use that as widescreen, and then we'll sit back with
It's
pop-
Sideways.
focus, it'll work.
It's
Sit
pay per
Place
down
it-
in the portable hole. We've got chairs.
You got the chair?
like I'm sure, I'm sure Mama Vusa will let the spell bend the rules a bit for this. Like, yeah, you let's
This is
do
a daughter's revenge for her mother. Fuck yeah, she will.
a 10-minute pay-per-view.
Exactly.
It's worth the spell slot.
I just imagine too Trent's like getting ready to take over the city because you know the dragon's gone. It's like, okay, now I can have my domain. Why is it suddenly getting windy? Is it starting to rain?
I mean, it's as if the wind is first pushing and then drawing me in, and because it's like, you know.
So. All right. We got this.
Weren't expecting this today.
Dragon versus Lich. Fight.
So,
Ancient dragon buffed beyond all recognition.
you
versus
all
Ancient
wait
Lich.
5 minutes for her to get there. From the heavens descended an enigmatic and pure copper ancient dragon named Setiana Vorvexis. her form an iridescent tapestry of burnished brilliance, wings spanning wide and shimmering in the moonlight sky over the city. As you see her flying over, you see many of the soldiers turning and watching in awe as she takes her true form, knowing that her soldiers know, but nobody outside should reasonably know. She descends down towards her primary garrison, and from up inside of the clouds, kicking with her massive wings, letting her body elongate downwards to the ground, going the full expansion that she has. You watch as she recoils her mouth, takes a little rip, and immediately starts bombarding her house with acid. You see the shimmering, dazzling twilight sky glow of the radiant magic that you have on it, Tosha, piercing downwards, and instantaneously shrieks of magic start flying out as the mages are attempting to defend themselves. You see more of the Zemnians are coming out now, all of them aiming their weapons over at the dragon, shooting whatever they have, throwing magic as best they can, and she simply drops to the ground, swinging her massive tail around and destroying buildings. The level of destruction this creature has with just the movement of its body is terrifying to behold. You watch as all of the Zemnian soldiers, the insurgents of the Empire that are attacking her, go running out valiantly, and Trent seems to be moving out from the rubble itself, portions of his skin rippling down from where acid had touched him, and in that moment she ignores all of the soldiers, recoils again, and unleashes another large torrenting blast of magic. As it goes flooding over top of him, he seems to move out of it, but his robes are brandishing downwards, and for the first time ever, you are seeing how Trent fights. He moves his hands against stones, and as soon as he touches them, they begin to glow with necrotic energy and shoot over towards the dragon, slamming into her chest and knocking even her backwards with that devastating blow. She becomes very infuriated and latches down her massive maul as he throws up a deflecting shield that is bellowing downwards towards him as the maul is trying to chomp and destroy it. But then she recoils backwards, sweeping her tail around, smashing against soldiers and everyone alike, and you hear her call out loudly into the skies, and you're all surprised you don't hear her from this distance, how deafening it is from your pay-per-view seats. And then you start to see her garrison take arms. You see the 336 soldiers she hand-picked, her loyal soldiers, move out and begin to attack. The Zemnians caught off guard and attacked from behind, each of them getting skewered and pinned and killed and massacred across the landscape, and several of her best soldiers running over towards Trent himself. You see this massive bugbear pulling out this hooked scimitar, running and swinging it wide, and as it cuts through him, you see him shimmer out of existence, and then from further away, he starts throwing out these blows of fire magic, decimating Zemnians and the garrison soldiers alike, Yanni. No regard for his own troops, no regards for his own people. There is no care for them whatsoever. He starts devastating the battlefield of everyone around and trying to defend off as best as he can against this ancient copper dragon. And as he's holding up deflective magics, dropping down bombardments of flames and fire all around, you watch as Satyana unleashes one more massive breath down on top of him. And then when that breath settles, you see she's breathing heavily, a little fatigued from this transformation and this engagement, and then you watch as her breath pushes out cold air. As the acid settles, Trent looks up towards her, and begins raising his hands as you watch all of the dead soldiers nearby begin to rise. Every single one. New Haxan, Zemnian, no longer human or living. And when he pushes his hands to the sides, all of them turn on the copper dragon. Mirian, you have never seen necromantic capabilities of that caliber. The instantaneous birth of undead, and they're not just fighting like zombies. They're fighting like themselves, like the instinct they had, just under his control.
Seeing that, can I attempt to do a channel divinity to Mama Vusi to basically let the daughter's rage overpower Trent?
You can roll a D100.
Come on, D100, this is perfect.
Let a dragon turn undead.
83?
You said 80 to 90, right?
83.
She has foresight. She has advantage on all of this.
She's doing fairly well, but Trent's a higher CR. But as you call out to Mama Vusi, you feel a head lean against your shoulder, Tosha. Even though you can't see her, you know she's present in there and seems to be watching, and you just hear the quieted whisper in your ear. And Bernie, you are the only other person who picks up on it in this proximity and room. Don't worry, Sherry. All things will be as they need to. In that moment, she kicks up again the same way she did around all of you, dropping many of these undead soldiers to the ground, and even Trent dropping down to the ground as well and getting pushed up against some of the rubble and rocks, defending himself. And then you watch as she raises her maul upwards, and there's a glow, a beaming light that glows devastatingly bright. As for a brief moment, her form transforms, not of the copper variety, but to this twilight-like essence in itself. The draconic form itself seems to shift and change, and a burst of this unknown magic shoots out from the maw. And when it settles across the landscape, you see glitter all around floating, and every single body that was hit with it, all of the dead destroyed. All of the soldiers gone. In that moment, Trent begins throwing out streaks of energy and magic up towards her in the sky as she is moving and swiftly dodging out of the way. However, you can tell her nimbleness does no limitation. She is not used to this hulking form she has quite yet. She's inconsistent in her movement. And while that is happening, she is taking massive blows. The twilighted form fades out from her, and you start to see blood oozing down easily from all of these vast wounds on her, the charring of her skin scorching across, the streaks of lightning that keep pulsing out, and Trent is also looking incredibly hurt and damaged, and in one fell swoop, she swooshes up and descends with her entire body and being down. Your vision of your screen immediately fades with rubble and smoke and haze and everything else as she bombarded her physical form on top of him.
Wait, just for clarity, she basically just did a wrestling move on the Trent.
Yeah? Fuck mothering ancient dragon.
She hits her elbow twice. She's going for top rank.
And then, when things begin to settle down, even from this distance away, you can hear the bellows before you can see it from your view. The loud scream of this ancient being and dragon stretching and echoing across the mountains behind you, back towards the city. And when things settle down, you see the form of Trent lying there twisted and mangled. Head snapped to the side, body completely gashed and ripped open as she holds up the body, and the remaining soldiers she has are all yelling and cheering triumphantly as she holds it as a trophy above her head in the draconic form.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just doing like treating it like a freaking Super Bowl game. We're like,
Yeah, hell yeah.
Shit.
touchdown!
Oh yes.
We should definitely make sure that he's captured and chained, and
It won't matter. His
The
soul
body
is moved
begins
on.
disintegrating away, unfortunately.
Question is, do we see Bernie's horn also with that body?
Anything
No.
that was with him would have stayed there.
Yes, but
Yeah.
you don't see the horn or anything. It's buried under the city blocks she just fucking leveled.
Well, Bernie, you don't have to worry about your horn.
That shit's in old Haxon now. Like that.
I just imagine it's gonna be like part of one of the cement, like the Hollywood handprint things.
Mhm.
It's gonna be like that. It's like, and this is from one of the adventurers that helped the city with the new leadership. Or
That'd be cool. But
You know,
anyways,
I think this movie is a bit too unrealistic.
fuck you.
That was
Most people would
badass.
say
Bert.
that for fantasy movies.
Yeah, no. I don't.
Well, I think that's definitely bought us some time, and also was really cool to see.
Now,
Yeah.
everybody proficient in Arcana, roll me an Arcana check.
I would like to
Quite
use session
sure.
advantage on this.
I'm quite sure he did not expect that today.
27.
Marion, you have to write down some things in your notes from watching what Trent was doing. He was casting multiple high-level, powerful spells very quickly in quick succession. He was skipping out on specific components like somatic or material, or sorry, somatic or...
Shouldn't have been capable of
He
doing.
was doing a lot of shit that you've never seen any mage do before. He went through most of what you imagine an archmage would have for spell slots within just a few moments of the battle.
That's valuable intel.
Joey, with while they're focused on Arcana, Jetho's not like great with that, but I did put it in chat too. He was also paying close attention to the Zemnian, like the formations, their tactics and stuff.
Mhm.
Can I roll something to maybe like try to memorize or figure that out so I can send that maybe to Tal'Dorei?
Insight or survival?
That's gonna be insight then.
Okay.
I figured, yeah, I would probably be like discussing it aloud with Jethro
Then you roll as
as
well.
we watch it. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
You
I
mean
already
like
rolled,
sports
so-
commentators?
Yeah, kind of. It's like, well,
yeah, just not talking.
Oh, and look at that from the top! Just-
Yeah.
Bernie's the one from the Mexican soccer games. Oh, he's
So-
going with the sword.
This
So-
maneuver hasn't been seen all season.
So between the two of you analyzing their battle tactics, you believe you might have some useful information to send back over to Tal'Dorei about how their soldiers react in formations and their clear blind sight to behind them. They seem to have been trained to always trust who has their back, to not worry about what's behind them, which is a big vulnerability in any army. To blindly trust intel or anything else like that and not ever be aware of your back, that is dangerous.
This is a good day.
This is a good day.
Like I said, I think we did a good thing today.
Right, today. We'll see what the future holds, but
I know I
if
need some sleep.
If anything, I think we can rely on Satyana as an ally. At least against Trent, should he rear his ugly head again.
He
in
will.
this region of the world.
Oh yeah.
With that 27 Arcana, can I figure out what the hell Super Saiyan mode she went?
That was Super Dragon 2.
Arcanely speaking, that should not have happened. That has to be something not arcane.
Can I roll a religion check?
You
See,
know.
It was through the channel divinity.
Yeah. You rolled an
Okay.
83 out of 100. Like, she's going to help. And her help was... She didn't give her extra damage or anything. She just allowed to lay the soldiers to rest, so they wouldn't be necrotic.
Oh, that it mirrors that's what I prayed to Mama Vusi and she helped.
Ah,
Well, I'm sure it wasn't just her.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there would be a few other aspects in there, but she's helped the best.
Yeah, no, that's,
I mean, I don't know much about your Mama Vusi, but from what you have described previously, seems like New Haxa might be a good place for her to set up a temple or something now, chapel at least.
I'll bring that up to Satiana when I next get a chance.
at the very least, we have a lot of information that we need to get to the Lyceum and the military once we deal with eyes.
Also,
Or-
we need to inform them immediately that Trent is probably out of commission for at least a couple days, right, Miriam?
With a 27, do I know enough about phylacteries and liches?
With your previous research, you know. 7 days.
He'll be out of commission for 7 days. I get out my Sunning Stone to Thunderbrand.
Oh, actually, before that happens, I'm doing this just for the giggles. Whoever has got the sending stone from Lily, you feel that rumbling? And Lily's just gonna be like, "Hey, I don't know. I heard you guys might be in the region somewhere, but I heard on emergency channels I hacked into that there's a dragon attack going on.
Emergency
so just be
sendings. Like
Yeah, I'm also doing like a bunch of the ritual, Volstrucker communication with non-Empire paper to send to people like Trent's out of commission 7 days and sending out tactics as needed since I can ritual cast that.
Mhm.
So everyone's getting like, you have 7 days, go, go, go.
If you've got something you've been waiting for the perfect moment for, here it is.
7 days.
So I'm reaching out to Lyceum. Tulsha's reaching out to everyone else.
Including one to Argon.
Perfect. Alrighty. Yeah, Bernie?
Yeah, no, Bernie's just sitting there looking at them. Yeah, this is very good. I mean, did it seem to you when we first fled that he seemed almost emotional about it, right? He really wanted. I mean, we have been told that he wants us, and specifically me for some reason as well.
Did we hear about the conversation of looking for things they shouldn't have?
Oh no, have you?
No, it's like I don't remember if that was a Yanni roll or.
Oh yeah,
That-
everything I said they said, Yanni or the group heard.
Okay.
I leave out the portions that you wouldn't hear.
It just
Probably
seems-
this.
It just seems to me that he, well, first of all, he didn't expect this, which is warranted, I suppose, but he might be growing reckless, desperate. And we slipped out of his grasp, and we sent an ancient dragon back to get its revenge on him.
Counted one of
He's
his
not going to be
spells.
happy, and when people are angry, especially generals and leaders in his position, well, not that he's a general, but they make mistakes.
I think he's getting more desperate as more of his stuff is destroyed.
Exactly.
Plans falling apart that shouldn't be falling apart. But
Once we're done with fives, eyes. Tulsha, you and I need to go through Gertrude. Maybe there's something there that he doesn't want us to know about.
yeah,
I still think we should go ahead and deal with eyes.
Right after
But,
eyes is what I said. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. But, because he would still be an asset to Trent. But now that Trent is at least out of the picture for 7 days, then that could give us a chance to maybe speak with eyes in ways that would not otherwise be possible.
no, he's got to die.
It's true.
He's Trent's number 2.
We
Number
should
one.
take him out. It's a common tactic in Warcraft where you need to take out the leader of sorts. You could call them heroes per se, and then once they're done, you take out as many assets as you can before they can, in this case, come back.
Yes, of course. I mean, this is nothing if not a World of Warcraft.
And on that horrible plug, we're gonna call the session there. Next week when we come back, you all get to go out and try to pursue after Ice. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a great time. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
And